Thank you, Chair Berg and Ranking Member Orcutt. Happy to be here today. I'm April Connors, 8th Legislative District, for the record. Very happy to champion this bill in the Finance Committee today. Over the interim, I had many meetings with constituents regarding housing issues, a lot of those being housing being unaffordable and unattainable, and also had a lot of meetings with community land trusts that were looking for property that they might be able to participate in that wasn't as expensive as developing land themselves. Washington, as you know, has the fewest number of housing units per households in the nation right now, and nearly half of our renters spend a third of their money on rent. I serve on the House Housing Committee, and I'm sure you guys are aware we have going to need about 1.1 million homes in the next 20 years. We did a lot of work on housing last session, but we didn't do a lot of work on the affordable and low and moderate income housing. And I'm committed to finding a way to adding inventory to Washington State, and I'm happy to be working with the Department of Natural Resources and the Commissioner, and she and I share a common goal of solving one of our greatest social issues right now. Many small parcels that are owned by DNR were given to the state of Washington when we established statehood, and a lot of that land is now surrounded by cities and counties and urban areas and private owners, and these lots are spread out all over Washington State. As a matter of fact, DNR owns about 7,000 acres of what we call transition land that is not being used for timber harvest, and it's not being used for other items. Of those 7,000 acres, DNR has been working very hard to define 3,000 acres, and I believe about 37 sites across Washington State that could be turned into affordable housing. One of those sites happens to be in Rep. Barnard and I's district in Pasco, where there's over 100 acres that's currently surrounded by housing, and the land is just sitting there vacant and unusable. We are familiar in Tri-Cities with DNR land becoming housing. As a matter of fact, a community in our neighborhood, Meadow Springs, a long time ago was a DNR site that was turned into housing units for our community. That was single-family housing as well as condos and apartments at the time. I think it's really important for this committee to remember that this bill does not affect anything that's located outside of the urban growth area. Everything is located inside of the growth area, and then also it's not land that's currently being used to harvest timber, or it's not currently being used for agricultural purposes. So this really is land that could benefit the state of Washington in affordable housing. I think a really important part of this bill is this land stays owned by the state of Washington, and it can help promote and bring back revenue to our state. And the bill really, what effectively does is encourages developers to build affordable housing. DNR is hoping to make affordable housing. They're hoping to have this land development ready. That's another bill. That's not this one that I'm presenting today. But I think the staff explained it really well with the exemptions from the leasehold excise tax that this bill helps to promote to get affordable housing on the sites. And if you have technical questions, I do have people coming after me, but I'm happy to answer any questions on this bill.